बस ठीक है नीचे Shri Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of the Republic of India, Excellencies and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are deeply honored tonight by the presence in our midst of His Excellency Shri Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of the Republic of India. Prime Minister, let me warmly welcome you and your distinguished delegation to Mauritius. प्रधानमंत्री जी, मॉरिशस की भूमि पर आपका हृदय से स्वागत है। Prime Minister, allow me to renew to you the high appreciation and gratitude of the government and people of Mauritius for having so graciously accepted our invitation to be the guest of honor for the celebrations marking the 47th anniversary of our independence and the 23rd anniversary of the accession of Mauritius to the status of a republic. Your presence amongst us on this auspicious occasion is testimony to the special relationship that exists between Mauritius and India. Flowing from a common heritage, our countries also share a wealth of common interests. Your visit to Mauritius, Prime Minister, marks the continued deepening of a relationship which is rooted in history, strengthened by close cultural links, and powered by commonality of values and interests. This relationship has also been carefully nurtured by high-level visits such as yours. Distinguished guests, last year, political leadership was put to the test in around 40 countries across the world. In May 2014, the people of India delivered a historic mandate to Shri Narendra Modi and his team on a program and vision characterized Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, meaning together with all, development for all. In December 2014, the people of Mauritius voted overwhelmingly for the People's Alliance, Alliance Le Peuple, signaling their wish for a radical change in governance. जिस तरह हिंदुस्तान में जनता ने आपकी बार मोदी सरकार का नारा लगाया, उसी तरह मॉरिशस के लोगों ने आपकी बार जनता की सरकार लगाई. In the same manner that in India it was said that this time it should be a Modi government, in Mauritius the campaign was that this time it should be a people's government. Ladies and gentlemen, let me recall at this point the wise counsel of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who said, and I quote, "We do not run government on whims of an individual. Our progress is reform-driven. Our reforms are policy-driven, and our policies are people-driven." Unquote. I totally adhere to your statement, Prime Minister. In fact, my government is the government of the people of Mauritius, and our pledge is to work closely with the people, for the people. Like your government, Prime Minister, my government is also committed to conducting business on the principles of discipline, transparency, accountability, and integrity. Ladies and gentlemen, the governments of Mauritius and India share the same vision of a sustainable future for our respective country and a better quality of life for our people. Both our countries have taken bold steps to stimulate economic growth and address development challenges. I am convinced that the gigantic strides you brilliantly led in the state of Gujarat will soon make their mark at the national level in India. I have been often told that innovation and entrepreneurship is in the DNA of most Gujaratis. Prime Minister, allow us, as a sister nation, to commend you for the bold and wide-ranging reform process you have engaged in India. The Swachh Bharat, Clean India, or the Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, Save the Girl, Educate the Girl initiatives, as well as your Make in India campaigns resonate high in Mauritius. As we follow carefully the remarkable transformation of India under your great leadership, my government has set itself the task of bringing about a second economic miracle in Mauritius. Already we have adopted a series of economic measures and institutional reforms that we believe will pave the way for our economic revival. We know this task will not be easy. हम जानते हैं कि ऐसा चमत्कार केवल मेहनत के बल पर हो सकता है. Indeed, we know that such a miracle depends very much on the hard work and resilience of our people. But I have faith in this nation. Prime Minister, just as you have in the people of India, I am therefore confident that the dreams we cherish for our people will be realized. Distinguished guests, the socio-economic growth of Mauritius would not have been possible without the support of long-standing friends and partners of Mauritius, of which India is a hallmark. India has indeed accompanied us all along. We are very mindful of and grateful for this engagement. Our multifaceted cooperation has indeed spread on a wide range of areas, ranging from capacity enhancement and technical assistance to security to financing for infrastructural development. Earlier today, we had an extremely productive and cordial meeting, a meeting between true and trusted friends. We discussed issues of mutual interest. We also witnessed the signature of 5 bilateral instruments. I am happy that we agreed to further elevate our cooperation in key areas of mutual interest. These include the water sector, renewable energy, ICT BPO, cybersecurity, the ocean economy, and human resource development across a spectrum of areas. Our discussions demonstrated the continued strength and vigor of our special relations. We are also delighted by the goodwill that prevails on both sides to recommit to these relations for mutual benefit. In a fast-changing world, such a recommitment is reassuring and rewarding. And I wish to reiterate my thanks to you, Prime Minister, for your spontaneous responsiveness to our calls. Tomorrow, we'll together witness the commissioning of the CGS Barracuda, the first offshore patrol vessel fully built in India, under the line of credit granted so magnanimously by your country. This is the latest of a long string of cooperation between Mauritius and India. Distinguished guests, another beacon of the Mauritius-India cooperation stands proud in the center of our island in the form of the urban cyber city, the foundation of which was laid down during the visit of Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee to Mauritius in May 2000. May I, through you, Prime Minister, convey our wishes of well-being to Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, for whom we have the highest respect. Prime Minister, in its quest for a better future, Mauritius will have to reinvent itself, re-engineer its economy, and respond to its inherent vulnerability. We'll need to find new ways to pursue our development path and new means to sustain it. We'll turn to the Indian Ocean, that body of water that connects our respective shores, for new sources of wealth. Mauritius will continue to rely on the generous support of India in our endeavor to achieving sustainable development for our country. Distinguished guests, at the regional level, the leadership role of India in the advancement of Africa through the wide-ranging programs of the India-Africa Forum bespeaks highly of its historical links with the continent and its liberation. India's participation in the economic growth of Africa is dearly acknowledged by the continent. Mauritius has always ambitioned to be a bridge between Asia and the continent, and believes it has many advantages that allow it to be a good platform for doing business in Africa. Already, the creation of the tripartite, SADC, COMESA, EAC, free trade area on the continent, in which Mauritius is actively participating, will provide enhanced opportunities for global investors, including the Indian business community. On the international front, we also look forward to our two countries working together on issues on the global agenda, including the environment and climate change issues and UN reforms. In this respect, Mauritius will continue to unwaveringly support India to her legitimate aspiration to have a permanent seat in the Security Council. Prime Minister, over the years, and starting with the great Mahatma Gandhi, who continues to symbolize our shared determination to be free nations, Mauritius has been blessed by the visit of the great sons and daughters of India. The inspiration they stirred in our souls carried us from the dark times of slavery and indenture to where we stand today, a proud rainbow island nation, firmly rooted in their traditions, but yet open to others and convinced that best is yet to come. Prime Minister, your presence today is proof of the start of another illustrious chapter in the history of the bilateral relations between Mauritius and India. I hope that you and your delegation will find your short stay in our midst pleasant and fulfilling. As you visit places and interact with our people, you will hopefully sense for yourself the extent to which an unbreakable part of India's soul resides in Mauritius. महामहिम भारत और मॉरिशस का संबंध इतिहास, संस्कृति, भाषा का संबंध है ही, लेकिन यहाँ उससे बढ़कर आत्मा का संबंध है. Mauritius and India are bonded. Mauritius and India are bonded by history, culture, languages, and through many other ties, but deeper than that, we are bonded in our souls. With these words, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, may I request you to join me in a toast to the health and personal well-being of His Excellency, the Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi.
Thank you for your kind words and such a generous hospitality. I feel truly privileged to join the people of Mauritius in celebrating their Independence Day. Something sacred binds us together on this day. The legacy of Mahatma Gandhi, who inspired us both to freedom. Mr. Prime Minister, I am sincerely touched by your personal warmth and affection. You are a leader that I have always admired. For much of the independent history of Mauritius, you have been at the center of public life here. Your wisdom, foresight, and leadership have contributed immensely to the success of Mauritius. As the nation celebrates its Independence Day, you can take pride in your service to the people that you so deeply love. Ethnic ties, no matter how close, are no guarantee of a strong partnership between nations. India and Mauritius enjoy a unique and special partnership which has few parallels in the world. जैसे अनिरुद्ध जी ने कहा, आत्मा का संबंध है. This would not have been possible without the leadership and support you have given in the government and outside. You have helped convert the links of history into a partnership of priority for both countries. Across the expanse of Indian Ocean, we have always drawn confidence from the strength of your commitment to this relationship. I have been here only a few hours. However, it is easy to feel at home. It is not just because the hall bears the name of a great philosopher and spiritual leader of the world, a person who has been an inspiration to me, Swami Vivekananda. It is not just because of the enduring ties of culture, kinship, religion, and language between our two countries. It is also because since I have come here, I have seen the pure radiance of welcome on every face, and in every hand that I have shaken, I have felt the unbreakable trust between our two countries. In India, we take enormous pride in our relationship with Mauritius. We consider it very precious. I have come here before. Times have changed. The world is transforming. But I am glad that our relationship has remained on a strong and steady course. Ours is a relationship where every strand of life comes together to form a bond of unmatched strength. Our relationship has the emotions of shared heritage. It has the human feel of interwoven lives. It has the comfort of our shared values of democracy, pluralism, and inclusive development. It has purpose drawn from our development partnership, our shared commitment to peace and prosperity in our maritime neighborhood, and our common concerns for our planet. Our relationship has always lived up to the creed of friendship. India and Mauritius have not only stood for each other, but they have also stood by each other through our challenges and successes. I have always said that if there is one country with full claims on us, it is Mauritius. But I also say that we in India have much to learn from the remarkable success stories of Mauritius. Nothing captures this relationship better than the word Morus. That was what we called sugar in Gujarat and Bombay. आप लोगों को शायद ये जानकर के खुशी होगी, भारत में सभी भाषाओं में सुगर के लिए ज्यादातर शब्द है चीनी, लेकिन अकेला गुजरात ऐसा है कि जिस भाषा की डिक्शनरी में सुगर के लिए शब्द है मोरस। और ये मोरस शब्द आया कैसे? तो गुजरात में व्यापारी 100 साल पहले मॉरिशस से सुगर इंपोर्ट करते थे, और वो इतनी बड़ी मात्रा में करते थे कि बाद में उस व्यापार के लिए सूरत रांदेर से बहुत बड़ी संख्या में लोग मॉरिशस बसे थे, और उसके कारण मॉरिशस से सुगर आता था। उसके कारण गुजराती भाषा में सुगर के लिए शब्द है मोरस। तो इस अर्थ में आप समझ सकते हैं कि नाता कितना गहरा है। That sweetness in our relationship lives today. One might ask, can this perfect relationship get even better? I believe it will, because there are no boundaries in our ties, no limits to our ambitions in this relationship. Today, Prime Minister Jugnauth and I had excellent discussions. Our decisions and agreements will take our relationship to greater heights. The bonds, our hearts will become stronger. Our partnership will give our people a more secure and prosperous future, and it will make our region safer and more stable for us and the world. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, may I request you to join me in raising a toast to the health and happiness of His Excellency, the Right Honourable Sri Anerood Jugnauth, Prime Minister of the Republic of Mauritius, and Lady Jugnauth, to the continued success, prosperity, and well-being of the people of Mauritius, and to the civilization and strategic partnership between India and Mauritius. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.